What's happening, Internet? It is time for Mission 39, and it is the Repair Anything box. That's why we're sitting here in the little tool room here at the office. We got toolboxes, we got knives, we got all kind of cool stuff in here, and you can repair anything with what's in this box right here. Let's see what's inside. All right, so as always, we've got our mission card here. Mission 39, May 2018, Repair Anything. We got our basic, advanced, pro, and pro plus levels, MSRP values of each item, and the cost of each box and value of each box. And on the back side, we have the write-up, the sit rep, repair in a pinch. So be sure to read that. It's got good information on it there. And we're gonna jump into the basic box. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, okay? This is a warning. There's things that can cut you in this box, okay? We'll get to those, all right? Things, plural. A little spoiler there, right there. So first up in the basic box is Gear Aid Tenacious Tape. It's tenacious. Freaking tenacious. Where's that? That's not it. That's not it. Here it is. Tenacious tape. Check it out. Tenacious. It's an awesome word. Kind of like improvisation that I like to use. But what we have here is clear repair tape. This stuff is freaking awesome. On the back here it says you can repair tents, tarps, mesh screens, bags, packs, sleeping bags, sleeping pads, low PSI inflatables, pontoon boats, waders, gaiters, down jackets, ski pants, rubber boots, boat covers, awning, canopies, patio umbrellas, upholstery, and touch screens. Yes, you can fix your phone with this. The crack's still gonna be there, but water's not gonna get in it, right? It says right here, it says, see reverse side for directions. We don't need freaking directions. Don't need that. All right, so what we have here is some tenacious tape. Pretty good length of it here too. So you can pretty much put this on anything, even your nice down jackets. I've got one, a nice down jacket that I went through briars with and tore my jacket up pretty bad. So you can use this to fix up those tears. Works well on all sorts of materials. You can use this again to fix a tent, fix a hole in an inflatable mattress when you're camping, things such as that. It's very lightweight. And there's a trick to it here. When you cut you a piece, you want to be sure to have about 1 inch overhang, and you want to trim the edges of the corners there to prevent an area where it can peel up, and apply it to your garment if that's what you're using. If you can, be sure to apply it to the inside, like if you're using it to repair like a rain jacket or something like that, repair it from the inside is recommended. But this stuff is tenacious and it's very sticky and works very well in a pinch when you need to repair almost anything. Next up is the Atwood Rope Mini TRD. Some of y'all saw this in our spoiler video. This thing is really sweet right here. So 125 foot of 100-pound test braided cordage in a really cool dispenser. So here is the Mini TRD. Quite a slick little product here. Gotta look out, man. Kind of reminds me of like the front wheel of the Batmobile or something. Or his motorcycle, that's it. Batman's motorcycle. So it's very cool spool here. It is replaceable, so you can reload your spool and change it out if need be. Put another spool in there. It has a cutter here on the front, so when you pull your string, get to the length you need, and you're good to go. This stuff is very strong, great for tying down pretty much anything, lashing things, latching sticks together, use it as fishing line. It's great for making a ridge line above a hammock, or even just making a temporary shelter with a tarp. Tons of uses here. It's got a nice clip there that actually clips pretty good into molly gear, but also you can use it as a tensioner, so when you're pulling your string out, you can press down on there to help give you some tension so you don't just pull the spool all the way out. Very cool product right here, and should be in everybody's kit. Yeehaw. A micro cord dispenser from Atwood Rope. Second item. The third item in the box is also from Gear Aid. It is the Seam Grip Field Repair Kit. Here we go. This thing is really cool. It's a fix-all all in a tube right here. So, it's a lightweight little clear tube right here, field repair kit, so you don't forget what it is when you pull it out of your pack. It's got this packaging here. It's really cool to help keep it tight from the weather. But inside, we've got some seam sealer, a little brush to go along with that, a clear patch of tenacious tape, and a black patch of tenacious tape. And this stuff has, when you get it, it has a bit of a texture to it. So it's very abrasion resistant and things such as that. So you know, you don't have to worry about this getting torn or anything. It's very strong tape. And then what we got here? Expert Field Repair Guide. You read this, you're an expert immediately. Maybe I should read it. Again, with say a nice expensive merino wool or down jacket, you can use this seam grip to even repair that instead of using a patch by brushing on this seam grip here and letting it dry. We're not going for looks all the time. You're out in the field and you need to repair stuff. If you're out in the field and you're actually doing things, you're going to tear stuff up, you're going to break things, you're going to tear things, and this is a good kit to have with you to take care of those issues while you're out in the field, because you're not at the house where you can fix everything, right? So you need something in your pocket, in your pack, where you can do that. Get in there, baby. That's how you do it. Just like that. So that is your third item in the basic box. We're getting on our way to being able to fix anything. Next up is a really cool item. One of the most aggravating things to happen to garments, packs, suitcase, camera bag, anything that has a zipper is when the freaking zippers break and you can't run your zipper anymore. Well, this little cat right here solves that problem. Solves that problem. The Fix and Zip. Check that out. Really cool product right here. It doesn't matter if it's a coil type zipper, if it's a metal zipper, if it's a plastic zipper, doesn't matter. This right here will get you back to zipping. You just put these jaws over your zipper, clamp it down, put pressure from the inside on the top and bottom of your zipper to start with, and go ahead and start that zipping process. Then recheck your tensioner and you're good to go. So that's a really cool item right there that definitely get a lot of use and kind of get rid of one of those issues that we all have, and that's a freaking zipper not working correctly. So the Fix and Zip. So last up in the basic is Fiber Fix. Now this stuff right here is a little bit high tech, okay? You might need to read the directions on this, although I always say we don't need that. This you might need, but this stuff right here is freaking ridiculous. So Fiber Fix says it's 100 times stronger than duct tape. Duct tape's pretty awesome, right? So this stuff right here is 100 times stronger. And when it comes in a sealed pouch like this, it's got to be pretty freaking wicked, right? So what you get is, you get the Fiber Fix better than duct tape here. And you get instructions in this little pouch here with some gloves, some sandpaper, my chair, and a vinyl strip, like so. So what you do is, you got something broke, right? Could be a bat, could be a water hose, could be a hose on a vehicle, it could be a pair of post hole diggers, it could be a shovel, It could be a water pipe, a copper pipe, a plastic pipe, doesn't matter. Tent pole, could be a tent pole, a blind pole, a flag pole, any kind of pole, maybe. You figure that out for yourself. I'm not responsible for any damages. You got some tape here. You need to rough up the spot that you're working on. If it's a pole or whatever, rough it up real good with your sandpaper there. Put your gloves on, and then you want to open up your fiber fix here. So you want to take this fiber fix and you want to dip it into some room temperature water for about 5 seconds. Take it out, then start wrapping it around whatever it is you're fixing. Use the whole roll of tape, because once it dries up, you can't use it anymore, okay? So use the whole roll. You want to start off with some light pressure to start with, and then you want to start really putting some pressure in and getting it good and tight as you finish off the roll. After you get that on there, you take your vinyl strip, wrap that really tight around the area above the fiber fixed, and let it sit for about 15 minutes. And then she's ready to rock and roll. It's back like new. So that is the last item in the basic box. $24.99 subscription cost for the basic box. Freaking sweet. This stuff is awesome. When it comes with gloves, you might want to read the directions. All right, next up is the advanced box. In the advanced box, we have 2 items this month, and the first item is the Vigilant Trails Survival Sewing Kit. This thing's pretty sweet, pretty freaking sweet. Comes in a tin right here. We always like getting cool stuff in tins, right? So let's break into this thing. Wow, they really don't want you to get into this. So, the Vigilant Trails Sewing Kit. Don't never know when you need to sew something up. Now you got a kit to help you get it all done. So inside this kit, we've got a metal awl, folding scissors, a metal thimble, heavy-duty adhesive patch, 2 zip ties, 3 types of thread, 2 black, 1 white, 2 black buttons, 4 white buttons, 2 tan buttons, 2 curved needles, 4 straight needles, and 7 safety pins. There ought to be plenty to get done what you need to get done. So here we got our buttons. I'm always popping off buttons. You know, I like to eat, right? We've got our thread here. What we got here? There's our 2 zip ties. Always need zip ties. I would recommend throwing some more in there. Here is your awl kit. This is pretty cool. So you've got 3 awl needles here. Got a curved one there that's got a bit of a hook to it there. You got a straight one. And you got another straight one here that's got the hole in the middle. So like you could use this like for punching through leather and sewing into leather and stuff like that. So you get your needle down in there, tighten her up. Now you got a safe way to punch through leather, fixing shoes, if you're making a sheath, making something out in the field, repairing, have to punch through something that's a little tough, you use this right here to do so. And you got 3 needles that goes with that. Here's our safety pins. Here's your scissors. I think everybody's mom or grandmother had a set of these that folded up. I know I did. I know my grandma and mom always had a pair of these in their little sewing kit. Here's your thimble, right there. And then here's your souped up needles right here is what I like to call them. There's your curved needles. You know, in case you need to sew something other than fabric maybe. But yeah, that's good for pretty much anything. Got a smaller one there, and then an assortment of straight needles, different diameters and different points. And then here is your adhesive tape. Is that what they called it? Yeah, heavy duty adhesive patch. That's what they're calling it. So it looks like it's a woven fiber patch right there. So really cool kit to get you well on your way of fixing stuff if you need to sew when you're out in the field. We'll put that right here like this. Product placement. Got to get that product placement right. Next up on the advanced box was also a leaked item, the Stronghold haywire clamper. Right there. This is a really cool tool right here to have for virtually anything. Home, shop, farm, home, in the field, in your vehicle. Recommend getting several of these just so you always have one on hand. So this is a way for you to basically make a clamp, hose clamp or anything such as that in a pinch at any time for virtually any kind of situation. We have the haywire clamper tool. We have some wire, and you can use different size wires. You can get different different diameters and stuff like that, but this is the size that came in this kit. We got a card here with information if you want to buy more, and directions. Good directions right here. So I fixed a hatchet with this thing. The hatchet was split right down the middle on the handle. Was able to put it back together. I made 2 clamps and was able to make that hatchet functional again. But you can use this for all sorts of things, working on your fence, hose clamps. So instead of going out and buying a bunch of what I call worm gear type hose clamps, you can make your own with these, and they actually hold a little bit better, in my opinion, than some of the hose clamps that are out on the market. But they send you one in the package to kind of give you an illustration of how to do it. This is a double strength clamp. They have a way you can do a single and a double strength clamp. This is a double strength, and it's really easy to use. The only trick is learning and figuring out how much wire you need for the job at hand. So again, fixing hoses, fixing handles, working on a fence line, lashing 2 pieces of wood together to help you make shelter. All sorts of uses for this haywire clamper tool, and it works really, really good.
Starving stick.
So that's the second and final item in the advanced box, the haywire clamper. Stronghold haywire clamper, because it does hold strong. So now it's time for the Pro Box. Got 2 items in Pro Box this month. The first item is the Exotac Rip Spool. This is a really cool product. Exotac's known for making really cool EDC and really rugged EDC gear, and this is no exception. The Rip Spool repair or field repair kit. Got ahead of myself. So here we have the Rip Spool here. Really cool EDC repair kit that you can just keep in your pocket. Daniel and I have been using these for the past couple months, testing them out, and it really comes in handy to especially have duct tape around. You always need duct tape for something. So we've got 50 inches of heavy duty duct tape here that can be used for all sorts of things. Fixing a fishing rod, fixing a busted rod in your hunting blind, pretty much anything that you would need duct tape for. It also has 60 foot of braided fishing line right here. Really strong fishing line. Obviously you can use it for fishing, but you can use it for all sorts of other things that you need to tie things down, or use it with your sewing kit. Inside your paracord lanyard here is fire cord. So you have a way to start a fire. You just cut you off a little piece, pull out that fire cord, and fray it up a little bit, and catches a spark really well. On the inside, when you unscrew it here, you have a sail needle. So you can use your fishing line to sew with your sail needle, and you can stick it down in here as well to use as like a thimble or to help push through tough material. But it stows away really nicely in there, and that kind of shows you how much duct tape there is on there. Obviously when you're done with this, you can just re-spool you some more duct tape, your favorite duct tape or whatnot on there, and you're good to go. It does have a O-ring in there, so when you screw that in, it screws in real tight. Great to put on a keychain or throw in your pocket. Really cool product right here from Exotac. So just for information's sake, for those of you that are going to ask, there's in some subscriber boxes, your needle's not going to fit snug into that that hole there. So some are going to come with this little baggie in there to insert an O-ring on the inside of this to help hold your needle in there more firm. So if you want to use it as an awl or something like that. Some is already installed, but if your needle's loose, be sure to look in your box and check for your little baggie here. You just place that in there, and you can use the back side of the needle, the blunt end, to get that down into the hole, and then your needle is going to stay in there. Helps if you put a little spit on it. Just put some spit on it. Bad boy down in there, and your needle stays in firm and won't fall out. Yeehaw, yeehaw. So that's the first item in the Pro box from Exotac, the rip spool. So the last item in the Pro box is from Cold Steel. Now we all know Cold Steel makes really, really tough items, you know, swords and tools and other things that we're not supposed to say in certain social media platforms like Facebook and the like. Kind of hurt myself a little bit there. So we have a knife in here in the Pro. You ready? It's called the Pocket Bushman. This rascal right here will cut you. So I'm gonna show you some ways to use this, but this is an awesome folder, but it thinks it's a fixed blade. All right, I'm gonna leave this one right here because I already got one open in the mystery spot, so I want to keep that in the package. But here is the Pocket Bushman from Cold Steel. Has a really interesting locking system on here that helps it, you know, identify itself as a fixed blade. So you open that bad boy up. It's locked from the back. Has a spring in there so that it positively locks up here in the front. We all have watched Cold Steel videos where they hang 250 pounds of weight from their folders and stuff like that, and this is no exception at all. It is a very robust knife. It's a decent sized knife. So this is the kind of knife that you can have to kind of spare your nicer knives out in the field. You can really beat and sassafras. You can beat the crap out of this knife, okay? Like lots of havoc. You can wreak a lot of havoc on this knife is what I'm trying to say. Very interesting design in the handle here. You can kind of see how the lock works inside that handle. So it's a bar that goes all the way up and locks into the back side of your blade right there. So when you're closing this knife, it's a two-handed process. Be careful of your palms if you got larger hands, but you should grab it from the top here and pull here and bring it down. You have to pull back on this to unlock that. But awesome knife in the Pro box, the Pocket Bushman, virtually indestructible. You can use this for batoning wood, anything that you want to do to a knife that you really don't want to do to your nicer knife. This is the guy for you right here to keep around when you're out in the field and need just a robust knife that can take a beating. And that is the Cold Steel Pocket Bushman. Awesome knife. Just be sure you don't cut yourself, because it happens. You know, it happens to the best of us. You know, that's why you keep some band-aids around, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? We'll put this back in the mystery spot so nobody gets hurt, and we're moving on to the Pro Plus. So now it's time for the Pro Plus, the long-awaited Black Scout Survival Feather Stick. I got one right here. I'll show you here in a minute. We got one in the box. So here is the Black Scout Survival Feather Stick box. Let's see what's inside. So there we go. There's the feather stick and the sheath that it comes with. It's got this really nice clip here that you can clip to molly. You can clip over your belt, things such as that. I say that all the time. Daniel picks on me. And you can take this off, put it on the other side, or take it off altogether and use it as a neck knife if you want to. Or you can have you a nice neck knife like this. So what we have here is the feather stick. D2 steel, G10 scales. It's 6 3/4 inches overall. It has a 3 1/4 inch Nesmic style blade. Lanyard hole here on the back. It's got a nice finger choil there. And the Black Scout Survival logo right there. Ain't it nice? That's a really pretty knife. And a really sharp knife as well. And the D2 steel, you can really put an edge on it and make that thing really sharp. Holds an edge very well. But it is a great knife for feather sticking, or really anything. Be a great skinning knife, in my opinion. Haven't skinned anything with it yet, but definitely will try this coming up hunting season. But very nice blade here, really cool design, and fits very good in the hand. Even with large hands, it fits really good because of that deep finger choil there. So you're able to really get a good purchase on there and squeeze that good and tight. And it is a very nice knife, and I'm sure a lot of you are going to be glad to have that in your hands. As you can see, I got one here on my neck, and some of y'all probably be like, why did he pull his pocket knife out? Because he's got that neck knife. He could have opened up the sewing kit with a neck knife, but I didn't want to, jump the gun or get ahead of myself or anything. Sassafras! I wanted to wait because I wanted to talk about the sheath here. So just to show you the kind of edge, let me get something here. With just a little bit of work with the strop and really polish up that edge, this bad boy's sharp. Just so you know. Look at that. Ain't that nice? Ain't that nice? So this sheath here is from one of our forum members. Sent it to us. So if you're not a member of the Battlbox forum, you really should go on there and check it out and become a member on the forum. Lots of really good information and lots of really cool people on there. There's a guy on there, you can look him up. His name's Survival Smith on the Battlbox forum, and he makes all sorts of different types of Kydex sheaths, and he made some for the Nesmic knife here. So if you like this sheath, find him on the forum. So it's got all sorts of different colors or whatnot here. So we've got kind of this tan Cryptek camo. There's kind of a dark, just old school multicam dark, a dark Cryptek camo, and then just solid colors, if that's what you're wanting to go with as well. So he makes these, he's on the forum, great guy, look him up. If you want one, he'll make you one. So that's why I didn't use it earlier, for all y'all that were cringing because I pulled out my pocket knife. There's reasons to the madness. There's reasons to the madness. So that is your Pro Plus knife of the month right there. Oh, I missed something in the basic box. I missed something. I did. Shoe and boot repair, free sole from Gear Aid. I missed it. So I'm sure some of y'all were cringing because of that too, right? You were looking back at the picture of the freaking mission card and you're like, man, guy don't even know what he's doing. He's freaking missed something in basic. Sassafras! This stuff right here will fix your doot. If you pull it from my butt for me missing the item in the basic box. So it says here on the mission card, Gear Aid Free Sole / Aqua Seal shoe repair. So some of you guys are getting Aqua Seal, some of you guys are getting Free Sole. It's the same product, different name, different packaging. Gear Aid bought out the company that had the Aqua Seal formula, but it's the same formula, same stuff, different packaging. So you can fix boots, you can fix pretty much anything, dry bags, jackets, rain gear, again, boots. So just for conversation's sake, as you can see here, the bottom side, back of this heel right here has gotten worn down. You can take some tape, go around the outside here and create a wall. Use this stuff to fill in that and actually repair this area of your boot. A lot of us have soles that are coming across. Dang, Daniel. Freaking boot stinks. So if you got your sole separating or actually busted through a sole where half your sole is still attached and the other half is not, this stuff works great for that as well. So there we go. Sassafras! Let's get to the recap. So that's mission 39 of Battlebox, folks. Hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. We got some really cool stuff in here for fixing almost anything. The Stronghold clamper, you're gonna freaking love that, I promise you. This pocket Bushman right here, virtually indestructible knife, but be careful because it is sharp. And lots of other cool stuff, not to mention the feather stick from Black Scout Survival. So hopefully you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment down below. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. And I'll see you next month with mission 40. And oh, have mercy, are you gonna love that one.